Hello, and welcome to another Win Daily Sports Show. My name is Michael Brazil. I got my man Ghost here with me, and we are breaking down this NBA DFS slate for Fajita Friday. We are going to have a lot of fun. There's a bunch of games. There's a bunch of fun lines. There's a bunch of interesting prices, and that is what we are here to do for you. We got some PRAs. We got some bets. We're going to really ride a narrative streak today, so we'll see how that one goes. Hopefully it's not too bumpy for us, but if you haven't already, please smash the hell out of that like button. Please follow him at DFS_Ghost. Follow me at Michael Brazil 1, us at Win Daily Sports, and as you know, Ghost, WinDailySports.com/chat, 7 free days in our expert Discord chat. Ghost, man, how you doing on this Fajita Friday?
Domantas Sabonis is an all-star.
He's an all-star, baby. You did it. Your rant did it.
That's it. That's the tweet. That's it.
I fucking hate those tweets, by the way. Like, I can't stand them anymore. It was funny the first time.
Domantas Sabonis is an all-star. Took them long enough. 24 hours too long to figure it out.
Did you see how much money he made too?
1.3 mil. Good for him. Secure the bag.
Shout out to Domantas Sabonis.
Secure the bag.
That is awesome. So yeah,
things you love to see.
$1.3 million extra dollars in Domantas Sabonis' bank account. That is it in this situation.
Absolutely.
So yes, we are going to be breaking down the games. We have a bunch. What is it? 9 tonight. It's a fun one. A lot of narratives. Games don't lock till 7:30 too. So we're gonna have a little time here. I still have to make dinner, so probably not too long. Not having fajitas tonight. Had fajitas last night. Sorry, I fucked it up for you, Ghost. Sorry, buddy. Don't take it personally.
And I took that personally.
Damn it. Oh man. Ask us questions in the chat, please. You know that's our favorite part. So ask away, people. That's what we're here to do. I know there's a lot of news, so it's going to be what is Ghost? Oh, what's Ghost? That's a good question, John. How much does Ghost get of that 1.3 million? Because you pretty much single-handedly got Sabonis in the All-Star game.
Make the call.
Call his agent. I think. Oh, make the call.
Call
your agent. You deserve it. All right, let's look at some of these games here we have tonight. First one, Indiana, Boston. Oh, look at that. Domantas Sabonis time. Let me pull up. Oh, there we go. The line to this game is Celtics by 2.5. The Knicks have a better record than the Celtics, by the way. Over under sits at 219. Yeah, didn't put that one together, right? When I heard that yesterday, I was like, wait a second, what? So,
preseason show. Celtics are overrated. Just saying.
You were fucking on.
Just saying.
Maybe I actually have to do my job one of these days and actually start cleaning some of that stuff out. We'll see. Probably not anytime soon, but one of these days I think we'll get there. Maybe that's what our All-Star break will be. During the All-Star break,
there we go.
I'll just clip all that stuff and just start blasting it out. And then we'll probably get half of it wrong by the end of the year because there's a whole nother half to the season. But it still looks cool. Talk to me about this
bloopers one too, like things that we were way off on.
I like that. Yes, that's true. Yeah, we'll do both.
We'll do like a bloopers one.
I don't know, man. I think my Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell futures, they're looking better and better each night.
Jamal Murray PRA yesterday. That was fun. That was
easy. Was it like 36? He scored 33, right? Like,
yeah.
Bradley Beal was a sweat. Man, that defensive rebound at the end. I was like, holy shit. Didn't see that one coming.
Waited until the last possession to get it, but hey, it's not about the journey. It's about the destination. We got there.
It is not. It is about the journey. But anyway, we're here tonight, and that's what matters. All right,
in this case, it's about the destination.
Over under at 219 in this one. Sabonis, a little too expensive, 10-4. He is the best player in the NBA. Might be the greatest of all time. We'll see by the end of this season. Tatum's priced up to 93. We've seen him in the 8K range a little bit. It's an interesting game. Marcus Smart's still out. Is TJ Warren ever going to come back? Nobody knows. Anything from this game that you're liking?
You can play Sabonis, obviously.
No, well, yeah.
Sky's blue. You're breathing. You can play Sabonis. Outside of that, more so from a betting perspective, I like the Indiana money line tonight. But I also had a mini Michael on my shoulder telling me not to be greedy and to just take the points. So I did end up taking the points. I got it at +3.
Nice.
So I am on that side of the bet tonight.
So the ironic part is I took the money line.
Yeah, see, there you go. You had a mini Ghost telling you, it's Friday. Spice it up.
2.5 points. Just take it. If they're gonna win, they'll win by more than 2 points, right? What are the chances? So yeah, I think we did a nice little Freaky Friday swap there. That's fun. Look at us, man. Look at us.
Look at us.
The Paul Walker one. He's even no, R.I.P. Paul Walker. Paul Red. Man, we're good with the memes today. Anything else from this game? Yeah, I don't. Celtics suck, man. They're not good. Sabonis on the inside against nobody. That seems like a smash.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, yes, the price is really expensive, and it's tough to kind of say, hey, I could go up $300 to LeBron or down $300 to Damian Lillard. But when we're taking salaries out of the equation, and that's always what I do when I write my article, is that I never look at salaries until the last thing. The very last thing that I do for my article is that I put the FanDuel and the DraftKings price, because I don't want that to kind of sway my decision on who I want to write up, right? So this is a spot that if I had time to write today, it would have been Sabonis all day long. I mean, going up against Daniel Tyson, Tristan Thompson, Robert Williams off the bench, nobody's going to be able to guard him on the inside, on the outside. Pick and roll with Malcolm Brogdon's going to go very smoothly with no Marcus Smart out there to guard Malcolm Brogdon, of course. I feel like that's the biggest thing with the Celtics right now, is that we haven't seen them healthy in a really long time. Mm-hmm. And they've also had basically like a handful of games at home. I know there's no fans and whatnot, but you're still traveling and stuff like that. So it's less hard on the road than it should be, but it's still hard to be on the road than it is at home, of course. So Celtics have basically no home games. They find themselves in one here. It could be a get right spot for them, but I don't think it's going to happen against Malcolm Brogdon and Domantas Sabonis. Not without Marcus Smart out there to be able to contain Brogdon on the block. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Kemba Walker is good anymore. Like, it kind of is sad.
It's just I don't know. I don't know if people keep seeing Kyrie in a Celtics jersey and they're like, oh, it was quite the downgrade. I feel like it's kind of an unfair comparison that Kyrie got replaced by Kemba, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if it's a system thing. I don't know what it is. Danny Ainge has had so many opportunities to acquire a star player, whether it was Jimmy Butler, whether it was Kawhi, whether it was Anthony Davis before he went to LA, whether he actually had a shot at any of these guys, I don't know. But this whole thing where he's like, oh, I have all the assets, like, this isn't 2K my franchise, bro. Like,
yeah,
you got to make moves.
Use the assets, yeah.
Like, and enough of getting bounced in the second round every single season. Like, you have to do something. I don't know. But at the same time, there's a crazy, I don't want to say it crazy, but there's a pretty good narrative here for JB and Tatum. And that's apparently an anonymous NBA player reported that these guys will never succeed in Boston because all they do is facilitate for themselves and all they do is score. They have nothing to do on the defensive end. They don't facilitate for other players, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, it went anonymous. I have a feeling it's like somebody like Gordon Hayward or Terry Rozier or one of these ex-Celtics guys. Or maybe
I feel that's more of a Terry Rozier than a Gordon Hayward.
I feel like it's I feel like that would be a Terry Rozier type of comment, especially with Charlotte, overachieving by squeaking into the playoffs into an 8 seed. Like, I guess now his head's too big to fit through the door, but
he was pissed off on the way out too. Like, he was like that year where they went to the Eastern Conference Finals and then Kyrie came back and he had that whole scary Terry thing, which was awesome. And then he was like 8th person off the bench. So he was pretty pissed off. That sounds like more of a Terry Rozier thing. Gordon Hayward's making $40 million a year to kind of just hang out in a bunch of traffic in Charlotte. Like, that's
pretty much it's not a bad gig.
Not a bad
shout
gig.
out his agent, but yeah. I don't know. It could be something that, especially in, I don't even want to say in today's age. I hate saying things like that, but like it's you're a professional athlete right now. You're all over social media, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on any kind of smartphone device, anything like that. They've definitely seen that.
Yep.
Could come out with a chip on their shoulder.
Nope, they're soft.
But it's not going to happen because we're on Indiana plus 2.5, plus 3, no matter what you could get it at.
Money line, let's go. Yeah, no, Jason Tatum.
I feel like we switched Twitter handles today.
Freaky Friday, dude.
I'm taking the points and you're taking the money line. I love it.
Hate Boston. Let's take money line. Love to see it. Plus, didn't they just get like absolutely shellacked by the Hawks? It was like 61-30 at one point, and I think it wasn't quite that bad, but it felt
no fun because I had Trae Young in my DFS lineups, and he basically didn't play the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't need to because that game was a joke.
That was not fun. It was kind of like a double whammy because I wanted Jason Tatum chalk to flop, but I kind of needed him to pick it up like just a little bit to keep Trae Young in the game. I don't know. They're playing terribly.
They're bad. So you were smart to take the points, but I said, screw it. Give me the money line. It's actually been a lot of fun. I hate Twitter. It's the worst place on planet Earth, but seeing Boston fans argue with each other from how excited they were to get rid of Kyrie and now how angry they are. And they're like, well, we don't even have Kyrie. And it's just like, wow, like you guys, the 180, the mental gymnastics, the hoops you are jumping through right now.
That's classic Boston.
Brings me a smile.
Brings me a classic Boston sports fan.
You'll love to see it. All right, let's move on. Houston and Tampa Bay. Raps. Whoa, this line came all the way down to 6. I got it at 8. You got it at 8.5. Toronto is favored by 6 at home. Technically, we just got news.
Not even the same country.
Yeah, it's far too. Like Toronto to Florida is pretty freaking far, but whatever. It's warm there. You got to give them that. Pascal Siakam was recently ruled out today, and so was their entire coaching staff. I think this is the first time we're starting to see this. Like, it was Nick Nurse and 5 other coaches, right?
Yeah.
How many coaches are on a coaching staff, out of curiosity?
That has to include like equipment managers and trainers and whatnot. Like, there's no, like, I get it. Like, at least, I don't know, like hockey coverage is a bit different than NBA. Like, they really go like really in depth with the whole COVID situation, and they're showing like how safe the equipment managers are and like the trainers and just like the physical trainers and whatnot. Because especially for like for every sport, it's important. But you know, football and hockey, like the physical trainers are probably the most like the most valuable out of the entire coaching staff, right? So they're showing how safe these guys are. But thinking about it, like 5 coaches, that has to include guys like physical trainers and equipment managers. You don't have 4 assistant coaches, so I don't know what's going on
tonight. Like, is Kyle Lowry just like
Mike Lowry? Kyle Lowry's alter ego, apparently, but I don't know. Like, it's like I don't know who's running plays,
and
like,
how is
who's calling the shots?
Pascal Siakam got his is for health and safety protocols. How is nobody else on the team getting dinged for health and safety protocols?
Jimmy Butler was also out. Jimmy Butler was also out for health and safety protocols for like 8 weeks, but apparently didn't talk to the rest of the team that they were still able to play games with 8 players. So
it's confusing, man.
I don't know.
Like, I guess like
not on Miami for getting through that situation. They kind of got dogged in that situation there, but
kind of shit.
I don't get it. I don't know who's calling plays tonight. Like I get it. These guys are professional athletes. They'll be able to run an offense that they've learned, right? Like it's same thing with NFL. You learn a playbook, like you kind of you know at least what kind of plays that you're able to run. But at some point, it's like these guys have no direction tonight. And Nick Nurse is one of the best coaches in the NBA. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Raptors fan. Like, he's he's a top 5 coach in the league. I get it. Houston's undermanned. They're trading like 90% of their team, pretty much everybody besides John Wall because of his contract. If they could trade John Wall, they probably would, but it's just because of how bad his contract is. Like 8.5 points, man. That's a lot. And I get it. Now it's at 6. But I got it at 8.5, and I'm feeling very confident in that.
Can you play anyone from the Raptors tonight? Like, I'm sure there's value there.
There's still like, usage to be had. Yeah. My only thing is that, you know, when these guys play 36, 37, 38 minutes, it's because Nick Nurse, that's the way that he coaches. Mm-hmm. He's not there anymore. Like, I'm not saying they're going to completely abandon their system, but it's like, how do you know where the minutes go to? Like, it's like what happens if Kyle Lowry all of a sudden plays 32 instead of 38 minutes? Like, every minute counts, especially for these Raptors players. It's not a Giannis Antetokounmpo where he could put up 70 DraftKings points in 25 minutes. Like, all these guys need every single minute that they can get. It's a good spot for Fred. It's a good spot for Kyle Lowry, who used to be a Houston Rocket, by the way. Toronto acquired him from Houston.
Love to see that.
So if you want a little underpriced narrative there for Kyle Lowry, but even then, like his back is shot, his ankles hurt. Like he's already beat up this early into the season. These are like classic Kyle Lowry injury report news. And like in a regular, like a normal scheduled season, it would be in like March, like towards the end. Like, this is something that I had anticipated seeing in like June. And, you know, when you play 60 to 70 games where Kyle Lowry's playing 38, 39, 40 minutes a night, it's normal that his ankles hurt. But like, it's still early in the season for him to have this many injuries. It's something that's a little bit concerning. All these guys are in good spots. It's very tough to get a read on it. You could play Fred, you could play Lowry, you could play Chris Boucher. For all we know, Nick Nurse isn't there anymore, so Chris Boucher isn't in the doghouse because the doghouse is the owner of the doghouse is not behind the bench.
Took the doghouse with him.
Chris Boucher could play 35 minutes tonight and break the slate. I don't know. Like, I wish I had a fortune teller globe of some sort.
Fortune teller globe. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Norm is going to play a ton of minutes. They'll probably start Lowry, Fred, Norm. does Boucher get the start, or do they go back to Aaron Baines? I don't even know. OG is definitely going to start.
I feel like
they're starting Lowry, Fred, Norman, OG. And is it Baines? Is it Boucher? They'll probably start Baines, and then Boucher comes off the bench and plays 25, 30 minutes. Houston has no interior defense. Christian Wood's out. Boogie's not playing anytime soon.
Well, didn't he get cut? Didn't they just
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not playing anytime soon for anybody. Like, it's
why not? No one's gonna break. Boston's not gonna.
I don't know. I feel like people are kind of overrating this situation where like Boogie is gonna go to the Nets or something and play 30 minutes. Like, it's I don't know. Boogie's not playing for anybody anytime soon.
He doesn't look very good. It's kind of sad.
He's got to wait for Drummond's situation to unravel. Boogie's value depends on Drummond.
You want to yell at Brian? First, he says Eagles fans are better than Boston's fans. They're really close. But then he also says Nick Nurse is only decent.
No, I mean, I'm just going to skip over that.
Jay says, let's fucking go. I like that.
Yeah, like it's like at that point, can Chris Boucher break the slate? It wouldn't surprise me in the least. It would not surprise me for a single second.
DraftKings single entry: Lillard, Snell, LBJ, Roby, Biyombo, Toronto legend Bismack Biyombo, Curry, Precious, and Mr. Lee.
The only thing with Achua is that we need Bam to be out, right? So, like Brian wrote up Precious saying that if Bam is out, and people kind of. Like, that's the one thing that I noticed is that people see bolded names in articles and they're like, oh, I got to play this guy. Just read the next sentence of
No.
You gotta
go into Discord and ask Brian thoughts. That's what you need to do.
Please don't do that. He's going to get really upset. So just
he's fine.
Read the next sentence and it says, if Bam is out. Bam is still questionable. So you gotta have a pivot there.
Dangerous lineup. Ja, Shea,
I love SBA tonight.
Iggy, Roby, go special when Horford is out.
Yeah,
Bismack,
Roby every single thing.
Bismack, Ballsack, Pascal, maybe with Kenrick Williams, Snell, and Ice Tray.
I would take Kenrick Williams over Pascal. I don't know if I could get behind Iguodala tonight. I know they might be missing some bodies, but he's like 47 years old.
He is a million. Phoenix and Chicago. Suns are favored by 6.5. Oh, Raptors game went to 6.5 now, so I guess it's going back in the other direction. Overcorrecting, maybe.
I don't get it. How are they? Anyways, whatever.
We got it. I got it at 8. You got it 8.5.
Bonus is an all-star. It's all good.
It's a bonus is an all-star. Let's go Pacers. Phoenix favored by 6.5 on the road. Chicago is a pretty good team as a home dog. They usually cover. Not saying they're going to win. Zach LaVine is a monster. Devin Booker is a monster. What you got from this game?
I find it so hard not to play Chris Paul in this slate. So hard.
Crispy boy.
Because there's so much value where I want to jam in 3 studs. But I just have a feeling Chris Paul is going to go absolutely berserk in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he's going up against a bad backcourt, a bad defensive and probably low IQ. Not to say that they're stupid, just his basketball IQ is unmatched. He might know what to do in every situation going up against Kobe White.
That's the thing. And Levine's actually been locking people down. Like his defense has been... When? His defensive rating is nuts in the month of February. It is ridiculous. So
he also has averaged 30 points a game in the month of February. Yeah. He's been going balling.
He's been balling out this season, but the month of February has been something else for Zach LaVine. I'm not saying he's going to lock down Book. Nobody could lock down Book. It's Devin Booker.
All-star Devin Booker.
But yes, all-star Devin Booker, who also cashed our over 27.5 player prop the other night. Classic 35 DraftKings points, 33 raw points for Devin Booker. Iconic.
Whoa, that's bad.
Iconic. He did not. I think he grabbed 1 rebound and 1 assist. That's it.
Thanks, bud. Okay.
It was so funny. That's why I didn't take the PRA. He was just scoring. So I find it really hard not to play Chris Paul in this matchup. I'm hammering his PRA 30.5. So I have a couple of units on that. If I don't play him on my main lineup, I might just increase the unit size. Just go from there. So either way, I'm gonna have a ton of exposure to Chris Paul tonight. Either at the book, no pun intended, to Devin Booker, or I'm gonna have him in my main lineup. 7,500 is like $1,000 too cheap for what I would pay for Chris Paul in this matchup. Outside of that, I'll never say no to playing Devin Booker. Zach LaVine can really push the pace. I mean, Phoenix can play fast when they want to. it's still like Chris Paul is not. He's got the fountain of youth behind him. Like he's pushing the pace with Book and Ayton and all these other guys, right? So Mikal Bridges is coming into his own a little bit. We don't really know what's going on with Phoenix's power forward situation, but it could be another good value spot for either Kaminsky or Saric or one of these other guys are underpriced, and it's good matchups all around for everybody. I would less attack the Chicago side. I don't really want to stack this game. Stacking games, it takes a lot for me to stack a game. It's mostly a Brooklyn game that I would ever stack just because there's no defense in any one of those games. But this is a spot where I don't mind grabbing 2 Phoenix Suns and just moving on from there. Zach LaVine's a little bit too expensive for my liking, especially with Curry being only $100 more. He's one of my favorite plays on the slate. So TBD on getting Chris Paul in my main lineup right now, but he's by far one of my favorite plays on the slate. Hammering his 30.5 PRA.
Yes, YES to his PRA.
Hammering it.
Oh, yeah. Berman, Lowry, Clarkson, Grant, Siakam, Wise, but Siakam's out. So come back to us, buddy. Come back to us. Sacramento and Detroit.
That was close. I like that.
Detroit? Is that better?
Not bad. Yeah, you got to... The R is a little harder. Detroit.
Detroit. Where's the R? What does R sound like in French?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's like rolling, but like with the back.
Yeah, there you go.
In front of the tongue. That's fun.
I like it.
Yeah, whoever the asshole was that renamed Detroit, it just sounds gross. Detroit just sounds so pretty. Like, who's the asshole that did that? But anyway, what game is this? The Detroit game. Kings favored by only 2.5 on the road. This Pistons team is. I don't know if anybody's there. I took the Kings.
They just find a way to cover. I feel like
Detroit
finds a way to cover every single time. I don't know what's going on, but
Halliburton is questionable. No, he's doubtful.
He's not playing.
Yeah, he's not going to play. Yeah, Shanique Bay.
He's too busy opening up Top Shot packs. So, he's literally going live tonight on Twitch to open up Top Shot packs. So
that's awkward. I guess not. How did he get those Top Shot packs? Huh? Interesting. Isn't it really interesting that all the influencers and athletes are getting Top Shot packs?
There were 175,000 people ahead of me today. I was not a happy camper, but Domantas Sabonis is an all-star, so he made up for it.
Love it. What do you like from this game? It'll be fun, I think.
De'Aaron Fox is really coming into his own. This is what I expected to see from him every game in the preseason. Past 2 games, he's been on a roll. No Halliburton. They're going to need, like, this is a spot where I kept on saying it. Like, when we talked about that Brooklyn game specifically, I said that when Luke Walton took off Fox and Halliburton at the same time, and Brooklyn went on a 20-0 run, I said, figure it out. He now plays De'Aaron Fox 38 minutes, and they're competitive in games. Yes, it looked like they got blown out by the Knicks. They were in that game. The score didn't dictate what that game actually should have been. They were in that game. They were just missing some wide open looks and whatnot. So I'm not mad about that 20-point loss to New York. They were right in that Brooklyn game to the very end. You need 38 minutes of De'Aaron Fox if you want to win. If you want to be even remotely close to a win on any given night. Now, no Halliburton, he has nobody else to turn to. He's not going to play. He's not going to play Kojo like 30 minutes or anything like that. It's not happening. And if he does, it's because he's alongside De'Aaron Fox. He's not going to take off Fox to play guys like that. So it's a good spot at 7,700. Guys like him, guys like Chris Paul. You could attack the mid-range. If you don't want to eat too much chalk on the value side, you could attack the mid-range with guys like Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, all these other guys, and you're saving a ton of money in your point guard. Saban Lee is somebody that's really high up on my list. He's still way too cheap. And the best part about this guy is that he's getting closing run. It's 4,300. 4,300. Like, yes, Dennis Smith Jr. is starting 20 or more minutes in 3 straight games for Saban Lee. And he's closing out fourth quarters. Whether it's a tight game, whether they're ahead, whether they're behind. They were ahead against Orlando, he was out there. They were behind against Orlando, he was out there. They were getting blown out to New Orleans, he was out there. Like, he's constantly going to be out there. So this is a prime example of when I say that just because a guy's starting doesn't mean, oh my God, I have to have him. I do prefer Saban Lee over Dennis Smith Jr. tonight, just like I have the past 3 slates. It's a spot that he's pretty much minute proof, and at 4,300, one of the top value plays on the slate. And I gotta mention Plum Dog, Sacramento front court. Luke Walton's defense is one of the worst things I've ever seen. This is like, it's beyond terrible. Guys like Plumlee, guys like Jeremy Grant, the one and only thing that can stop them from getting 50 DraftKings points tonight is how many minutes they play. It depends if Detroit wants to absolutely throw this game, which no sports organization wants to do. No non-Philadelphia sports organization wants to do. Let me correct that. Not from the player side.
Not from the player side.
Not from the player side. Nobody wants to do that. So players won't go out there and dog it on purpose. So Mason Plumlee's going to be out there. Jeremy Grant's going to be out there. It's a smash spot for both these guys. Sacramento can't defend, period, let alone on the interior. So
they're fun to watch, though.
They are fun to watch. I love watching this team. And I told you, we said it when Buddy Hield, if he gets bumped to the 3 and Halliburton starts with Fox, or at least they're going to at least get a ton of minutes together, this team can take off. Luke Walton just...
Well, how long does Luke Walton... quick answer. How many more years does Luke Walton have as a coach? Under 1.5?
Under.
Good, because he's terrible.
Way
Why
under.
does this guy keep getting jobs? Like, I don't get it. It was a funny story when he started playing for the Lakers.
It was literally when he was on the Warriors coaching staff. It's the same thing happened to Alvin Gentry. That's when you're the main guy to Steve Kerr on a team that wins 73 games, you're gonna get a job somewhere. Someone's gonna hire you.
But how many jobs has this guy had already? Now, this is his second stint as a head coach, right?
Yeah, he went to the Lakers and then he went to Sacramento.
Yeah, and he's been terrible in both spots.
Yes. But Sacramento is also a poorly run franchise.
Yeah, and that's why Luke Walton is still the head coach of the Sacramento Kings.
You have Marvin Bagley. Okay, I get it. Like a little quick, 30-second rant.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Marvin Bagley is worse than Luka Doncic, is worse than Trae Young. I get it.
Yes.
Anybody that has a set of eyes can realize that Luka Doncic and Trae Young are better basketball players than Marvin Bagley. It does not account for the fact that at the time, Marvin Bagley was a better prospect than those guys. Marvin Bagley was a ridiculously highly touted prospect coming out of college.
He was, but in the NBA, you need to be able to be a stretch whatever. And he was never a good shooter at Duke, and he's not big enough to body up people on the inside. He never was, and his body didn't look like it was going to turn into it. He was a great college player, but it was kind of obvious he was never going to be that much in the NBA. I don't know why he was so highly touted.
But at the same time, it's put yourself in, imagine yourself in the scout chair, and you have an international player that you might not know all that much about, because whether it was a lack of scouting time, we don't know how often Sacramento scouted Luka. We don't know any of these things, right? So it's a spot where they already saw themselves having that ball handler of the future. It's okay, at one point those guys, maybe they don't fit. And Marvin Bagley was such a highly touted prospect, and he's still a good basketball player. You see him balling out. Why is he not getting minutes? Why is he not playing 36 minutes?
Because Luke
Walton, he's been a quote unquote minutes limit or minutes restriction the entire season. What is the point of that? Sit him out if he's not healthy. If he's not healthy, sit him out.
He was super young too. He came out a year early, which was weird.
He was super young, and he still is.
It's a whole thing.
He still is. It's why don't you play? I get it. You won't win many games like this. I get it. But why would you not play Fox with Halliburton, with Marvin Bagley 35 minutes a night and see find the direction of your franchise? If it's not working with those three main guys 35 minutes a night, and I would even throw Buddy Hield as a 3B piece to Tyrese Halliburton, because Halliburton's more the future than Buddy Hield is.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield's somebody that you can flip to a contender. He's somebody that, a team that needs spacing and shooting like Philadelphia would acquire Buddy Hield at the snap of a finger. But it's at that point, it's why don't you run these guys 35 minutes a night and see if you're competing in games? At that point, you could assess the direction of your franchise. Right now, they're playing Hassan Whiteside as if he's going to play next season for Sacramento. They're literally trying to flip him. Harrison Barnes is not part of your future. Trade these guys. They're having good seasons. Trade them. Why is Bielitsa still on the roster?
So that we can have value in some slates.
All these guys, it's bro, play Bagley 35 minutes with Halliburton and Fox and see the direction of your franchise. That's what gets me mad about Sacramento. I love watching them when those three are on the court together because their offense looks amazing.
They'll never be there. Tyler Hero is out. Now Tyler
He's
Hero
been
is
out
out.
quite a lot since his 21st birthday. Just want to
Lock and load Butler ? Bam is still questionable though, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, shout out Tyler Hero. Enjoy your birthday, man. Let's move on to the next game. Clippers, Memphis. Just saw this game a couple nights ago. Clippers are favored by 7.5. Anything from this game? Jonas Valanciunas is questionable. Was this yesterday?
Yeah, they just played yesterday.
Damn.
I took Jean Morant's PRA.
If
you told me Memphis would beat them by 20.
Yeah, right.
I would have told you to pass it down so I could get a puff. Like that just doesn't make sense. But I'm curious. I don't know if this is a late scratch situation. I'm staying away from this one. You could have Kawhi or Paul George sit out on the second half of a back.
Oh yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't know about. Xavier Tillman would instantly be one of the best value plays on the slate if Joval is out. I don't know. I can't really trust many spots from here. I do like Ja again. It's exactly what I wrote yesterday, that you play primary ball handlers versus the Clippers. I just don't know if Kawhi and Paul George are going to play. And it's something that on such a big slate, I don't feel the need to risk that.
Utah and Miami. This might be, the spread doesn't indicate it. And now that Tyler Hero is out and Bam might be questionable, kind of sucks. But like full strength, I would really like to just watch this game. This would be a lot of fun. Jazz favored by 6 on the road, over under of 219. The Jazz are 22-6 against the spread this year, if I'm not mistaken, which is bananas because they're not squeaking by most of those games. A lot of the time they're like double-digit blowouts. And sometimes like the Lakers game, they're 9, 10, 11-point favorites, and they still win. So shout out the Jazz. Shout out Donovan Mitchell. I checked again. It's a plus 80,000 ticket I have on Donovan Mitchell. 80,000. So I'm crossing my fingers, man. I'll be honest. I put like $5 on it. I did not put a lot of money on it. But do 80 times 5. So I'm like really excited to see if that hits. Because like that's like $400.
I feel like it's more than that.
Nah. What's 8 times 5? No, 40. Yeah, it's like $400.
Okay, still.
You fucking sweet. That's what I mean. Like, that's awesome. That's why we do this. But anything from this game? We have a little Bam, as we said, questionable still. Hero is now out. J-Butt, 9,400.
I don't play anybody against Utah's defense.
Damn. Do you play anyone against the Heat's defense? I mean, if Adebayo is out, does Rudy Gobert become a legitimate play at 7,200?
He might not even play. The way that Utah is so versatile this season that I don't want to say he's not going to play. Like he's not going to get ruled out. Let me rephrase there for I get overreacting in chat.
Quick, everyone, overreact at Ghost.
He might play 23 to 25 minutes because they don't need him out there.
Damn.
They don't need Rudy Gobert to guard Precious Achiuwa. So, come on, Brian.
Hey, you're taking shots at his Eagles, which are totally called for, by the way. We have this one: DraftKings, Lowry, Allen, Jeremy Grant, Sabonis, Biyombo, Fox, Barnes, and Lee.
It looks good. Like that Sacramento Detroit stack fits really well because it's so cheap. There's nobody over $8,000. De'Aaron Fox, the most expensive piece at $7,700. So if you wanna go in that mid range, plus you have Sabonis in there to pair with your Biyombo value play, it's nice.
I like it.
I like Utah -6 here in the spot.
Yeah. I can rock with that. Yeah, with Hero out, especially now, I can rock with that.
I'll never say no to playing any of these guys, but it's like at one point, why on such a big slate, why am I attacking the best defense in the league?
It doesn't really make sense.
Like okay, Kendrick Nunn's going to get more shots. Duncan Robinson's going to get more shots. Dragic is still coming back from injury, so it's really just those two guys now because Hero's out because Dragic is going to play like 25 minutes. Butler's going to get his, okay, but why am I paying $9,400 for Jimmy Butler against the best defense in the league on a 9-game slate?
Because dude's a walking triple-double?
For those reasons, I'm out.
It's a no from me, dog. Atlanta and OKC. Atlanta favored by 5.5 over under of 227, which is actually like the highest on the slate. 227.5 in that Kings Pistons game, but no Brooklyn games. So no 245s, unfortunately, which we take the over in no matter what. What are you liking from this one? Al Horford out, DeAndre Hunter, RIP, Cam Reddish questionable with an Achilles, so I think he's doubtful, if not already ruled out. Diallo, George Hill, out. What do you got from this one?
If we pull up Trae Young's recent production, I still don't get how he's under 10K. And it comes back to when Adam and I were saying that about Vooch. It's like the guy's just been going absolutely bonkers and he's still under 10K. I don't get it. Who's guarding Trae Young tonight? Nobody.
Nobody's guarding Trae Young. No, I don't think so.
He doesn't play D.
I don't think so.
Do any of the defense?
Andrew Wiggins. He isn't like that's the only thing he does. He plays defense. We're not rostering him, but he plays defense.
Andrew Wiggins could be negative 6,400 tonight, and I wouldn't roster him.
We know, but he plays defense.
He doesn't play D. What D?
I don't know. That's just what the internet tells me. Honestly, I have zero idea. I don't watch Golden State Warrior games, so unless they play Brooklyn, because that's hilarious.
Then that's fun.
That's hilarious. Anything else?
Who's guarding Trae tonight? Who is guarding Trae Young tonight?
Do you want to? You're probably as tall as him, honestly.
No, it's a hard pass for me. I'm gonna say no, but nobody's guarding him. SGA is gonna keep them in this game. I really wish SGA was a little bit more affordable, just a little bit. 8,800 is a lot.
Wow, he put up 42 the other game. Holy shit!
Yes, it's steep though. That's a pretty penny to pay for SGA on a slate like this.
This 7,400 would have been way sweeter.
Yeah, and that's 75 to 8. I would have even gone up to 8,000. 8,000 would have been good. Get a cool 50 spot from SGA, a little over 6 times value. That would have been nice. 8,800. I don't know if I could get there. You need at least 54 to 60 from him. That's like you need a career game out of him, like what he just did against San Antonio.
Yeah, kind of hard.
If there's any defense that he can do it against, it's Atlanta. But it's a lot. He would be a part of my core on FanDuel. FanDuel, 100%. You gotta lock in SGA. He's only, I want to say 7,800 or 8,000 over there. He's really cheap over there. And hammer time. SGA over 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. Hammer time.
Yoshi smash
the thing. So we got Trae, we got SGA. Horford's out, so we're automatically playing Roby. It's fine. Okay. If you don't want to play Roby, you could play Muscala. I don't feel the need to because I'm playing Biyombo if Zeller gets out, when Zeller gets ruled out. I don't know if he's actually been ruled out yet. Literally came from work straight on live, so I don't know if he's actually been ruled out yet. I'm pretty sure he has been ruled out. He's going to get ruled out. You can play Biyombo over Muscala. No need to play a backup center when you have somebody starting. Those two guys on the screen right there, right where your cursor is, Kendrick Williams and Tony Snell. I hate playing Tony Snell. Like, I hate it. But I played him the other day because the model said he was popping. He went for 26 DK. If the model says he's popping, then I'll play him. That's just the rule to every player, but it's like an exception to Tony Snell.
No, except like, for PJ Tucker.
I will no, I'll never play PJ Tucker.
That's what I mean.
PJ Tucker.
Even if the model says it, you then go in and make sure the model.
The model will never have PJ Tucker high up there. It's no chance. It's not happening. So if it has Tony Snell high up there today, when Reddish gets ruled out, then I'll play him. But it's not like a necessity. Oh, and a player, same position, same price, it would be Svi in that Detroit game, right? So better game environment, equal-ish game environment. Not a bad pivot there. So those two guys. Maladon's also really cheap for somebody that's going to get 33 minutes tonight. He's not really in my main lineup radar, radar right now because of how little he scores. But he's going to be involved out there, and he's a lock for 33 minutes. So at 4,500 with everybody playing Sabin Lee, if you want to get really spicy in a large field tournament, you could play Maladon over Sabin Lee. Good luck. I don't think Sabin Lee does worse than Maladon tonight. Not even close. But when we're talking a 30% ownership to 3% ownership difference, it's worth the payout. That's pretty much what I got for this game.
I love it.
Trae Young, SGA, Roby.
Someone run this lineup and then just like shove like Steph or someone in there. Who would be at forward? I think you can fuck around with it.
LeBron, 10.7 LeBron. 10.7.
Place a bonus. You're right. So someone run this lineup for me. Brian, put it on one of your 25-cent bullshits for us.
There we go.
Run that lineup, put the bonus in, and rock with it. Let's go on. As you said, one of your favorite plays of the night, Steph Curry. Why is he only 9,700? What planet are we on right now?
I don't know. But
is this Earth, sir?
He's dropping 60 tonight.
Can't wait.
I took over 40.5 PRA. I don't even need the R and the A.
Yeah, right.
He's dropping 40 raw tonight. And I took Steph over threes. How many did you get it at, by the way?
I didn't take it yet because you texted me like right before the stream, I think. So I didn't even take it yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about Steph. Can you check how many the numbers are?
Sure thing.
I want to see if I got a good value. But so Charlotte blows versus perimeter shooting. And This Curry guy is somewhat good at shooting threes, as Brian put in his article. He's somewhat good at it. So you might want to get him into your lineups with how much they are getting absolutely destroyed from behind the arc. And then we're talking about guys shooting the ball with volume. We're talking about the Bradley Beals. We're talking about the Damian Lillards. Look at Steph's volume and then look at the volume from three. In the past 4 games, he's had 11, 14, 16, and 20 3-point attempts, not shooting attempts. 3-point attempts. All this guy does is shoot from deep. It's a smash spot. He's getting especially with LaMelo Ball on him. I love LaMelo Ball's game, obviously, since the draft. You had a 20-minute, no, I think it was even longer than that, me rant about how he should have been first overall over Anthony Edwards. I think that's aging pretty well right now.
I think so.
But he does not know what's going to hit him tonight with Steph Curry.
I got 5.5 threes for Steph. It's a lot of juice, too. It's like minus 125.
Yoshi hammer time.
All right. I'll take it.
Steph Curry will 100% be in my main lineup today. No, you don't need a run back. You don't need a stack. It's not NFL. You could just play individual players at times. I'm just playing Steph from this game, and that's it. LaMelo Ball is way too expensive. I would like to play him in this game. Even Terry Rozier, I'd like to play him in this game. They're just way too expensive now. Their price has really gotten up to them where, it's the exact same thing. At 88, at 87, 8,800, why would I not just play for SGA at that point? Where I know that he's going to control the entire offense. Charlotte still has Hayward. They still have Rozier that's going to shoot the ball. PJ Washington sucks, but he's still going to shoot the ball a little bit. Biombo, I'm playing Biombo. I hope he gets a little bit more into the offensive action, right? So 8,700 for LaMelo is too much. Rozier is too much. I'm not playing Hayward. I'll never play PJ Washington. His name is PJ. It's in the name, so it's not happening.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
If there's one other guy that I would consider from this game, it would be Draymond, because I have a feeling that Biombo's going to do well for a punt player where he's really cheap and he makes the rest of your lineup work well, where you don't need him to go 10x value. But at the same time, it would not surprise me in the least to see them run PJ Washington at the 5 to counter Draymond at the 5, and both teams just go really small in this one. That's what I'm anticipating from this one. But Biombo's going to have enough time out there where he's going to be able to do it, to get his, and he's going to be able to do work in the paint where he's going to pay off for his price.
Do work in the paint. Last game, Portland and the Lakers. Lakers are favored by 5. Over under 222. Lakers kind of suck. Anthony Davis still out. Kyle Kuzma's questionable. Schroeder's questionable, but I think he's going to play, right? I'm pretty sure he's he's probable for Friday, so he's going to be in. Mr. Morris, one of the Morris twins, he's questionable. No, he's probable. He should be fine. Does LeBron finally get a win for the Lakers tonight? Let's start with that.
Yes.
Okay. Do they win the game by 5 points?
Barely. No.
Okay.
Very, it's going to be nice and tight.
Nice and tight.
You have Damian Lillard against LeBron on national TV.
Oh, it's so
fade at your own risk.
That's so fucking hot.
Slate doesn't start until 8 p.m. tonight.
So hot. Oh, my God.
Look how many shots he's taking.
Oh, my God.
My God, it's absurd. Damian Lillard. I don't even know what the PRA is. I just saw Damian Lillard PRA. I smashed the over. I just saw it was under 50. Where is it?
Nice. Happy Friday, everybody.
Dame over 43.5.
Oh, that sounds low.
Hammer time.
How do you not take that, people?
You got to hammer that. Dame hates LA, by the way. This whole thing where Dame was saying Dame might go to LA, join the Bron. Dame hates LA. So much Twitter beef with people saying your organization was nothing before LeBron got there.
True.
Things
for those
you love to see.
Bunch of years after Kobe.
Right, so
AK and BL. That's funny.
It's a really good game to just watch. It's a good game to stack your lineups on. I'm probably gonna have Dame and LeBron in my main lineup with Steph.
Damn.
And that's why I can't play Chris Paul.
Yeah, doesn't sound like you're going to be able to get there.
That's why I can't play Chris Paul. But those are probably going to be my 3 today. So
I love it.
If you're playing Dame, I feel like you need to play LeBron, or you could fade the game altogether. I'd rather take the risk that a 10.7 LeBron doesn't pay off for his price than fade 2 of the most prolific offensive players on on the slate. Dame hates. He hates. Yeah, that's exactly okay. Yeah, it's scary. You're like, you're in my head right now. It's kind of freaking me out.
Freaky Friday, dude. I told you.
He hates super teams. He hates the city of LA. He's on national television. He's
gonna wave goodbye.
It's Dame time. It's Dame time.
Paul George can suck
Dame, LeBron. That's it. I don't want any of the other guys touching the ball. I don't want the Dennis Schroeders. I don't want the Gary Trents. I don't want the Horton Tuckers. I don't want any of these guys. I want Dame and LeBron combining for 150 DraftKings points tonight.
Oh,
I'm not playing anybody else.
Core. So we have Dame, LeBron, Steph.
Dame, LeBron, Steph.
Who's that value?
If you're not playing Dame, you can't play LeBron. That's my theory tonight. So if you're not playing either of those two, you would go with Chris Paul and
Trey. I know you like Trey a lot in that spot.
I don't even want to go in the mid-range. I hate the mid-range. The mid-range is so risky because these guys are so meh. Like they get like 40 points and they just ugh.
And we need 70.
Go Dame, LeBron, Curry.
And then check the model for value.
Biombo, when Zeller gets ruled out, he's number one player on the model, so I'll give you that layup. But the other ones, you gotta go and check it out.
Check the model. All right, so we're gonna have Brian run that fucking weird ass lineup. He went Curry, Gallinari. Wait, no, Brian, this is not what we talked about.
Okay, so here's the thing. I get it. It's OKC Atlanta. People stock Atlanta games. Atlanta has a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't see which teams were there, and I just told you it's two teams that rank in the top 10 in pace, that rank in the bottom 10 in defensive efficiency, and it's the highest total on the board. People would be playing this game all day long, and then all of a sudden they see OKC Atlanta. Oh no, I can't. Why? Why can't you stack that game?
What's wrong? With Sacramento, Brooklyn. That's why people are faded.
They're faded when they're fading that game.
Faded.
It's a good spot.
Lee, Snell, Butler, Roby, Sabonis, Lillard, Iggy, Caruso.
Why do you keep playing Iguodala?
Is he in the model? Because it's the second or third time we've seen him tonight, so usually that means he's in the model.
Why is he popping? He's not popping. I didn't see him popping. I'm checking now.
Him in his 20 minutes, if that. Does he even play 20 minutes?
I don't think no. I don't think there's no way he's popping. There's no
Brian,
way.
Let me rewind the show.
That.
All right, Brian, rewind the show. Get that weird ass lineup in there with Sabonis, and then call it a night. Put it in one of those 25-cent lineups.
Projected for 15 points. What are you doing,
guys? Get him out of your lineups.
Kenrick Williams, Biombo. Those are the two guys right now. Biombo, Kenrick Williams. Those are the guys that are projected for 6x.
Tisk.
Kenrick Williams, Biombo, Dame, LeBron, Curry. That's enough. That's 5 out of 8.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. They can figure it out. They're smart.
Chris Paul, over 30.5 PRA.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer time. SGA, over 36.5 PRA. Dame, over 43.5 PRA.
Curry.
Steph Curry, over 40.5 PRA. Steph, over threes made.
5.5 threes. Jesus Christ. That one.
It's getting by half.
I'm going to take it.
I wish I could take it twice, like in the same game. Like, can I take it once each half? We got see, like, we need to open a book and do stuff like that. That's the thing.
Jason, get on that shit.
So by half, that one's no dents. And then Indiana with the points.
Fuck that. Because Pacers money line.
Because I'm you today, apparently.
Pacers money line, baby. Let's go.
Pacers money line. Houston plus 8.5. Now that line's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
I got it at 8.5. What else do we have? That's enough. That's a lot.
I think Hawks by 2.5. I think Steve was on Hawks on.
Usually I give like 3 props and I text you like we went 2 for 3 or 3 for 3. I just whipped out like 8 things. So
whip it out. Put it on the table, everybody. Take them all.
Sponsored by Manscaped.
So is Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso is sponsored by Manscaped.
Code Win Daily, 20% off.
20% off, free shipping. Ghost, where can everyone find you on the internet?
At DFS_Ghost over on Twitter. And of course with the Win Daily team, windailysports.com/chat.
Damn it. You're too quick for me.
Make sure you guys come and join. Discord's a lot of fun. I got a lot of knowledge. Make sure you guys go and read picks and pivots today from Brian. Cash game article from Adam is stellar as usual. The boys got a podcast up there too. Ton of info, late lock today. Enjoy it. Fajita Friday.
Fajita Friday. Right. You can find me at Michael Brazil 1, us at Win Daily Sports. Good. Brian took out Iggy and put in Bismack. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Some guy says, you guys do MMA. Then he said, shave my balls. I'm assuming that was to the Manscaped. And then Brian said he took out Bismack. All right, last one from Derek. Curry, Snell, Williams, Sark, Biombo, Dame, LBJ, Dragic. Dragic?
Boom. I like it.
Love it.
I like it.
At Win Daily Sports. WinDailySports.com/chat. Thank you to Ghostman. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We appreciate each and every one of you. For everyone over here at Win Daily Sports and HNB Media TV, we hope you make it a very profitable. Now, he doesn't do Fajita Friday. He just does Taco Tuesday. So make it a very profitable Taco Friday. All right. Bye, everybody.